A big list of NGO websites. Chapter 1. A big list of non-profit organization websites/NGO websites in alphabetical order. Number 10.org, International Immigrants Foundation, help immigrant families and children achieve their aspirations for a better life. 4charity.com. 4work.com. AA.org, Alcoholics Anonymous. AAAinc.org, Armenian Assembly of America, Inc. AAC.org, AIDS Action. AAFA.org, AAFA Foundation. AAFA.org, AAFA Foundation. AAFNewYork.org, Asian American Foundation. AAFPRS.org, the American Academy of Facial and Reconstructive Plastic Surgery, Off-Pairs Foundation. AAH-USA.org, Action Against Hunger. AAIonline.org, Africa America Institute, AAI. AARP.org, AARP. AARP.org, AARP. AARP.org, American Association of Retired Persons. AbrahamFund.org, the Abraham Fund Initiatives works to advance coexistence, equality, and cooperation among Israel's Jewish and Arab citizens. ACB.org, 800-424-8666, American Council of the Blind. accessphilanthropy.com/index.php, accessphilanthropy. accessphilanthropy.com/index.php, accessphilanthropy. Oxion.org, Latin America Help. acdivoca.org, helps people farm. asenet.edu, American Council on Education. acgusa.org, American Council on Germany. aclu.org, American Civil Liberties Union. acsh.org, American Council on Science and Health, ACSH. acsh.org, American Council on Science and Health, ACSHARE. acted.org. actionaid.org. actionaid.org, a world without poverty in which every person can exercise their right to a life of dignity. actionforenterprise.org. ACUS.org, Atlantic Council. Adala.org, Legal Center for Arab Minority Rights. ADB.org, Asian Development Bank. AdCouncil.org, the country's leading producer of public service advertisements, PSAs. ADFUSA.org, America's Development Foundation, Human Rights, Democracy. Adoptex.org, Adoption Exchange, Inc. ADRA.org, Adventist Development and Relief Agency International, ADRA. Advocacy.org, Advocacy Institute is a US-based international organization whose mission is social justice. Advocacy.org, Advocacy Institute. AECF.org, Annie EKC Foundation. AECF.org, Annie EKC Foundation. AED.org, Academy for Educational Development, helps educate the world. AEI.org, American Enterprise Institute for Public Policy Research. AFB.org, American Foundation for the Blind. AFB.org, American Foundation for the Blind. AFBP.org, for blind people, Action for Blind People enables blind and partially sighted people to transform their lives through work, housing, leisure, and support. Aegis.tv, Aegis.tv, the Genocide Prevention Initiative. AfricaCNCL.org, the Corporate Council on Africa. AfricanCommunityCenter.org, African Community Resource Center, Inc. ACIRC. Africary.org, African Help. AFS.org, 800 of Sinfo, American Field Service. AFSC.org, American Friends Service Committee, AFSC, Alleviate Human Suffering and Achieve World Peace, Quakers. AFSP.org, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. AFSP.org, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. AGI-USA.org, Alan Futmacher Institute, Family Planning, Reproductive Health Rights Worldwide. AGU.org, American Geophysical Union. ahelpingnc.org, a helping hand, when you need one, North Carolina. ahelpinghands.com, Helping Hands Community Outreach Center, Dayton, O. ahrchk.net, Asian Human Rights Commission. ai.mit.edu/people/ellen/non/online.html. aidnicaragua.org, American Nicaraguan Foundation, Inc. ANF. atoartisans.org. izc.org, National Association for IPS.org. IPT.org, Association for International Practical Training, 8. AIR.org, American Institute for Research, AIR. AirlineAMB.org, Airline Ambassadors. AirSurvey.org, Air Transportation for Relief Agencies. AJC.org, Jewish Committee, Human Rights and Help for Jews. AJWS.org, American Jewish World Service. AKANEAVUKO.com, Akaneavuko Shelter for Destitute Children and Young People in Madagascar. AKDN.org, AGA-CON Development Network. Alauza.org, American Latvian Association. ALLIANCE1.org, Alliance for Children and Families. AmazonaAfrica.org, Amazon Africa Aid Organization. AmazonTeam.org, Amazon Conservation Team, ACT. amcnet.org/sada/sada.htm, African Methodist Episcopal Church Service and Development. American.edu/sis/peace/summer, Peacebuilding and Development Institute. AmericanHeart.org. AmericanHeart.org, American Heart Association. AmericanHumane.org/site/pages. American Humane, Protecting Children and Animals, Empowering Action since 1877. AmericansForHearts.org. Americares.org, Medical Aid. AMERICAS-SOCIETY.org, Council of the Americas. AMERrescue.org. AMIDEast.org, America Mideast Educational and Training Services, AMIDEast. AmigosLink.org, Latin America. Amnesty.org, Amnesty International. Amnesty.org, Amnesty International. Amnesty International works to improve human rights through the actions of ordinary people around the world. We have a record of real achievement. Amnesty.org, AmnestyUSA.org, Amnesty International. AMRAF.org, African Medical and Research Foundation. AMRF.com, American Medical Resources Foundation, Inc. AMSCAN.org, Scandinavia. AMORT.net, Ananda Marga Universal Relief Team, Inc. AMERT. ANUR.org, American Near East Refugee Aid, Help for Palestinians and Other Arabs. AnimalFunds.org. AFA.org, American Public Health Association. Applied Systems Analysis. APSANet.org, Political Science. ARBordae.org, National Arbor Day Foundation. ARBordae.org, National Arbor Day Foundation. ArchQ.org, American Refugee Committee, helps refugees. ARMDI.org, American Red Magen David for Israel. ArmeniaFundUSA.org, ArmeniaFundU.S.A, Inc. ArmsControl.org. Arzel.org, Armenian Relief Society, Inc. Arthritis.org. Arthritis.org, Arthritis Foundation. Arthritis.org, Arthritis Foundation. ASAPAfrica.org, a self-help assistance program. ASCC.org, American Savings Education Council, ASEC. ASCC.org, American Savings Education Council, ASEC. ASF.be, Avocats Sans Frontières. Ashoka.org, Innovators for the Public. AsiaCouncil.org, Colorado-China Council. AsiaFoundation.org, the Asia Foundation. AsiaSociety.org. AsiaSociety.org, Asia, a non-profit, non-partisan educational organization. ACIL.org, International Law. ASLF.org, Atlantic States Legal Foundation, Inc. AspenInstitute.org, Aspen Institute. Aspira.org, non-profit organization devoted to the education and leadership development of Puerto Rican and other Latino youth. AssistInternational.org. AssistSheffield.org.uk. Atgusa.org, Armenian Technology Group, Inc. att.com/foundation, ATNT Foundation. att.com/foundation, ATNT Foundation. Audubon.org, National Audubon Society. Autosafety.org, Center for Auto Safety, CA. Autosafety.org, Center for Auto Safety, CA. AVSC.org, Association for Voluntary Surgical Contraception. AWF.org, African Wildlife Foundation. AWIDI.org, Association for Women in Development. BabyHeart.org, International Children's Heart Foundation. BIDO.org, Bay Area International Development Organizations. BBB.org, Better Business Bureau, BBB. BBB.org, Better Business Bureau, BBB. BBBS.org, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. bcfs.net/sarai.hdm, Children's Emergency. bciu.org, British Council for International Understanding. benefitnews.co/career. benefitslink.com. benetech.org. benton.org, Benton Foundation. benton.org, Benton Foundation. Bethany.org, Bethany Christian Services International. betterafrica.org, Better Africa Foundation. bfskinner.org, BF Skinner Foundation. bfskinner.org, BF Skinner Foundation. bgcia.org, Boys and Girls Clubs of America. bgcia.org, Boys and Girls Clubs of America. bhf.org.uk, British Heart Foundation. bhf.org.uk, British Heart Foundation. bigcats.care2.com, Race for the Big Cats. bis.org, Bank for International Settlements. blessing.org, Blessings International. boardzource.org. booksforafrica.org, Books for Africa, Inc. bostonabcd.org, Action for Boston Community Development. bracket.colgate.edu, The Bracket Foundation. brazilnetwork.org. bread.org, Christian, Bread for the World. brethren.org/genbad/bvs, Christian Volunteers. brook.edu, Brookings Institution. brook.edu, The Brookings Institution, World Issues. brookings.edu, Brookings Institute. brothersbrother.org, Medical Help for Disaster Areas. bsa.scouting.org, Boy Scouts. btcctb.org, Cooperation Technique Beige, CTB. bwanet.org, Baptist World Alliance, helps the poor in Baptist communities. cacf.org, Coalition for Asian American Children and Families, is dedicated to improving the health and well-being of Asian American. cadre-la.org. camplural.org. campussafety.org, Security on Campus, Inc. cancer.org. capesamaritans.org, Samaritans on Cape Cod and the Islands. car4donation.com. care.ca, Care Canada. care.ca, Care Canada. care.org, Care. care.org, Care. care.org, Care. care.org, Cooperative for American Relief Everywhere. care.org, Private International Relief and Development. care2.com. carecen-la.org, Central American Refugee Center is a non-profit immigration and human rights organization serving the refugee community on Long Island and throughout southern New York State. careinternational.org.uk, Care International UK. careinternational.org.uk, Care International UK. carelift.org, Care Lift International. caresforkids.org. careusa.org, Care USA. careusa.org, Care USA. carlycorp.com, Carly Corporation. carmenpampafund.org, Carmen Pampa Fund. carnegie.org, Foundation. carnegiefoundation.org, Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching. carnegiefoundation.org, Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching. cartercenter.org, the Carter Center, Inc. catholiccharities.org. catholiccharities.org, Catholic Charities USA. catholiccharities.org, Catholic Charities USA. catholicrelief.org, Catholic Relief Services, CRS. catholicrelief.org, Catholic Relief Services. catholicrelief-crs.org. cato.org, Cato Institute. cat.catri.edu.au/emergency, emergency services worldwide. cbmi-usa.org, Christian Blind Mission International. cccsmetro.com, Chicago Metro Family Services. cccturtle.org, Caribbean Conservation Corporation and Sea Turtle Survival League. csea.org, Carnegie Council on Ethics, International Affairs. ccfoa.org, Children's Cancer Fund of America, Inc. ccisf.org, Center for Citizen Initiatives, CCI. ccp.ca, Canadian Centre for Philanthropy. ccp.ca, Canadian Centre for Philanthropy. ccproject.org, the Creative Connections Project. ccrjustice.org, Center for Constitutional Rights. cdc.org, Citizens Development Corps, Inc. cdi.org, Center for Defense Information. seki.org, Center for Communications, Health and the Environment. cedpa.org, Center for Development and Population Activities committed to improving the lives of women and girls worldwide. cedpa.org, Center for Development and Population Activities, Family Planning, Community Development. ceip.org, Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Center for Nonprofit Excellence.org. ces6.org, Cooperation and Development. cff.org/home-cystic fibrosis foundation. cff.org/home-cystic fibrosis foundation. cfhi.org, Child Family Health International. cfp-board.org, Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards. cfp-board.org, Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards. cfr.org, Council on Foreign Relations. cfr.org, foreignrelations.org, Council on Foreign Relations. cgiar.org, Food Policy Research. chapinlivingwaters.org, Chapin Living Waters Foundation. charitablegift.org, Fidelity Charitable Gift Fund. charitablegift.org, Fidelity Charitable Gift Fund. charitableWay.com. charities.org. charity.org, 800-638-8079, Organizations Doing Disaster Relief. charityball.org. charity-charities.org, Charity Guide. charity-charities.org, Charity Guide. CharityGifts.com. CharityMall.com. CharityNet.org, CharityNet.org. CharityNet.org, CharityNet.org. CharityNet.org/ACI, anti-slavery. CharityWire.com, CharityWire. CharityWire.com, CharityWire. Checkbook.org, Center for the Study of Services. Checkbook.org, Center for the Study of Services. chfhq.org, CHF International, Cooperative Housing Foundation, helps with housing worldwide. chfhq.org, Cooperative Housing Foundation. changes.umn.edu/educational_resources/news/the_genocide_forum/the_genocide_forum. HTML, Genocide Forum. childhaven.ca. childhealthfoundation.org, Child Health Foundation. childhelp.com, child help dedicated to child abuse and neglect. childhopeusa.com, Child Hope Foundation. childraach.org, 800-556-7918, helps children. Children in New York City. children.care2.com. children.care2.com, Race for Children in. children.org, 800-888-3089, Children International. childrenofchernobyl.org, Children of Chernobyl Relief Fund, Inc. CCRF. children'saidsociety.org. children'sheartlink.org, Children's Heartlink. Children's Network Intmational.org, Children's Network International. Children's Opportunity Group.org. childrensvillage.org, Home for Emotionally Disturbed Children. Chimes.org, 800-CHIMES-1, helps mentally challenged people. ChinaFoundationONL.org, China Foundation, Inc. ChinaInstitute.org. CoalCoal.org, the Coal Coal Foundation, a non-profit human development organization which works in indigenous communities in Chile. CHRF.org, Children's Hunger Relief Fund, Inc. ChristianChildren'sFund.org, 800-776-6767. ChristianJobs.com. CHSM.com, Children's Home Society of Minnesota. ChurchWorldService.org, 800-297-1516. CI.org, Compassion International. CIEE.org, Council on International. CIES.org, Council for International. CIIR.org, Catholic Institute for International Relations. CIRnetwork.org, Center for International Rehabilitation. CISDF.com, CIS Development Foundation, Inc. CITEHOPE.org, City Hope International, Inc. Citizen.org, Public Citizen Inc. Citizen.org, Public Citizen, Inc. Citizen.org/Congress, Congress Watch. Citizen.org/Congress, Congress Watch. Citizen.org/HRG, Health Research Group, HRG. Citizen.org/HRG, Health Research Group, HRG. Cityharvest.org. Civitas.org.uk. CJA.org, Center for Justice and Accountability. CLA.org, Caribbean/Latin American Action, CAT. Clark.net/pub/P Walker. CleafordChristianTrust.org.uk, Cleaford Christian Trust, a UK charity in Romania. Clearlandmines.com. Clearlandmines.com, Clear Landmines. Clearlandmines.com, Clear Landmines. CMAID.org, Christian Mission Aid, CMA. CMC-OCEAN.org, Marine Conservation. CMDAAME.org, Christian Medical and Dental Associations. CMMB.org, Catholic Medical Mission Board, Inc. CMT-WCL.org, World Confederation of Labor. CNC.org, Cuban American National Council, Inc. CNAWA.org, Catholic Near East Welfare Association. CNFA.com, the Citizens Network for Foreign Affairs, NFA. CNN.com/CNN Heroes. CNNHeroes.com. COF.org, Council on Foundations. COHA.org, Hemispheric Affairs. College Board, Inc. Commerce. CommonBond.org. CommonDreams.org. commonground.org, commonground2.com, common-groundchurch.com, commongroundcommonsense.org, communitynutrition.org, Community Nutrition Institute, CNI, communitynutrition.org, Community Nutrition Institute, CNI, compassion.com, Compassion International, compatibletechnology.org, Compatible Technology International, CTI, concern.net, Concern Worldwide, concernusa.org, Concern Worldwide believes in a world where no one lives in poverty, concernusa.org, Concern Worldwide Us, Inc., conference-board.org, Business Worldwide, connectforkids.org, conservation.org, conservenow.org, consumer.gov/military, military sentinel, consumer.gov/military, military sentinel, consumer-action.org, Consumer Action, consumer-action.org, Consumer Action, consumeralert.org, Consumer Alert, consumeralert.org, Consumer Alert, consumerfed.org, Consumer Federation of America, CFA, consumerfed.org, Consumer Federation of America, CFA, consumerfed.org, Consumers for World Trade, CWT, consumerfed.org, Consumers for World Trade, CWT, consumerinterests.org, American Council on Consumer Interests, consumerinterests.org, American Council on Consumer Interests, ACCI, consumerlaw.org, National Consumer Law Center, NCLC, consumerlaw.org, National Consumer Law Center, NCLC, consumerreports.org/main/home.jsp, consumer reports, consumerreports.org/main/home.jsp, consumer reports, consumersaints.com, consumersinternational.org, consumersunion.org, Consumers Union of US, Inc., CU, consumersunion.org, Consumers Union of Us, Inc., CU, contact.org/sample/dir.htm, contemporaryfamilies.org, Council on Contemporary Families, contribute.com, convoyofhope.org, Convoy of Hope, coop.org, Cooperative Alliance, cooperative.org, National Cooperative Business Association, helps business development in foreign countries, copticorphans.org, Coptic Orphans Support Association, cord.org, prepare students for the technological workplace, Council of the Americas.org, counterpart.org, Counterpart International, Inc., covenanthouse.org, Covenant House, cpj.org, Committee to Protect Journalists, craftcenter.org, The Crafts Center, CHF International, crasitalia.it/defaulting.hdm, Center for Research in Social Affairs, creativelearning.org, Creative Learning, Inc., crf-usa.org, Constitutional Rights Foundation, crisisweb.org, International Crisis Group, crlp.org, Center for Reproductive Rights, crossinternational.org, Cross International, crosslinkinternational.net, Crosslink International, Ltd, crwrc.org, Christian Reformed World, csdp.org, Common Sense for Drug Policy, cscindia.org, Center for Science and Environment, csis.org, Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, cspinit.org, Center for Science in the Public Interest, CSPI, cspinit.org, Center for Science in the Public Interest, CSPI, cssnewyork.org, Community Service Society of New York, csws.uoregon.edu, Center for the Study of Women in Society, University of Oregon. ctnonprofits.org, ct. cureamericas.org. cureinternational.org, Cure International, Inc. cvt.org, Center for Victims of Torture. cwa.org, Christian World Adoption. cwlaw.org, Child Welfare League of America, Inc. cybergeld.com. cidef.org.cn, the China Youth Development Foundation. darwinfoundation.org, Charles Darwin Foundation. davidsuzuki.org, David Suzuki Foundation. davidsuzuki.org, David Suzuki Foundation. desi.org, Vocational Rehabilitation, Durham, NC. ded.de, German Development Service. deeproots.org, Deep Roots Incorporated. defenders.org, Save Wildlife. democracy-africa.org, Foundation for Democracy in Africa, FDA. denverurbanleague.org. departments.washington.edu/HIUW, Health Alliance International, HAT. destitutechildren.com. directrelief.org, Direct Relief International, Medical Help. directrelief.org, Direct Relief International. doctorsoftheworld.org, Doctors of the World, Inc. doctorswithoutborders.org. dol.gov/wb, Women's Bureau, Department of Labor. dol.gov/wb, Women's Bureau, Department of Labor. donate.net. donateacard.com. donationdepot.com. donorschoose.org. donortrust.com. door.org. DoSomething.org, for people under 30. dove.org, Family Entertainment. dowildogood.com. dredf.org, Disability Rights Education and Defense Fund, DRIDF. dredf.org, Disability Rights Education and Defense Fund Inc. drp.org, Communities That Care. ducks.org, Ducks Unlimited. duo.org, Do Unto Others. dystonia-foundation.org, Dystonia Medical Research Foundation. dystonia-foundation.org, Dystonia Medical Research Foundation. earthday.net, Earth Day Network, ed. earthisland.org, Earth Island Institute, Inc. earth-usa.org, Earth University Foundation, Inc. earthwatch.org, Earthwatch Institute. easterseals.org. ecdcintmediona.org, Ethiopian Community Development Council, Inc. echarity.com. ecologic.org, Ecologic Development Fund. ecologyfund.com. ecre.org, European Council on Refugees and Exiles. edc.org, Newton, Ma, Educational Development Center. edf.org, Environmental Defense Fund. edefonline.org, Eritrean Development Foundation. educateamerica.org. Education and Self-Help, IFESH. Educational Exchange, c. EFF.org, Electronic Frontier Foundation. EFF.org, Electronic Frontier Foundation. EIIC.org, Emerald Isle Immigration Center, information on the procedures for. EKPRAYAS.com, Help Children. el.media.mit.edu/logo-foundation, logo-foundation. el.media.mit.edu/logo-foundation, logo-foundation. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/association_for_better_living_and_education, the Association for Better Living and Education International, ABLE, International is a non-profit, public benefit organization dedicated to creating a better future for children and communities. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/community_support_group, Kenya. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/help_needy_left_disambiguation right parenthesis. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/help_needy_charitable_trust. Enda.sn Environment and Development Action in the Third World. Endpoverty.org, Enterprise Development International. Energyhouse.com, Environment. Enersol.org, Enersol Associates, Inc. Engenderhealth.org, Engender Health, Inc. Enterpriseworks.org, Enterpriseworks Worldwide, Inc. Envirolink.org. Envirolink.org/seal/Rodale, Rodale Institute, helps people with farm techniques. Environment. Environmentaldefense.org, Environmental Defense Fund, EDF. Epilepsyfoundation.org, Epilepsy Foundation. Epilepsyfoundation.org, Epilepsy Foundation. ERICKSON-FOUNDATION.org, Milton H. Erickson Foundation. ERICKSON-FOUNDATION.org, Milton H. Erickson Foundation. ARIEM.org, Environmental Research Institute of Michigan. ESF.org, European Science Foundation. ESF.org, European Science Foundation. ESPERANCA.org, Esperanca, Inc. ESRIN.ESA.IT, European Space Agency. Essential.org. Essential.org/Good-Works. EternalRedeemerMinistries.org. Eurasia.org, Eurasia Foundation. Eurasia.org, Eurasia Foundation. Eurodad.org, European Network on Debt and Development. EWG.org, Environmental Working Group. EWI.info, East-West Institute, WE. Experanca.org, Medical Help. Experiment.org, International Living. iCareProject.com, Armenian iCare Project, EEP. Fabretto.org, the Favorito Children's Foundation, Inc. fact.org.org/index.aspx, the Federation of American Consumers and Travelers, FACT. fact.org.org/index.aspx, the Federation of American Consumers and Travelers, FACT. fairtraderesource.org. fairus.com, Immigration Reform. familiesandwork.org, Families and Work Institute. familiesusa.org/site/pageserver, familiesusa. familiesusa.org/site/pageserver, familiesusa. familycare.org, Family Care Foundation. familycareintl.org, Family Care International. fanniemayfoundation.org, Fannie Mae Foundation. fanniemayfoundation.org, Fannie Mae Foundation. farmafrica.org.uk. farmland.org. farusa.org, Fund for Armenian Relief, Inc. favaca.org, Florida Association of Voluntary Agencies for Caribbean Action, Inc. FAVACA. fcc.gov, Federal Communications Commission, FCC. fcc.gov, Federal Communications Commission, FCC. fce-community.org, Foundation for Community Encouragement. fcsnewyork.org, the Foundation for a Civil Society, Ltd. fdncenter.org. fdncenter.org, Foundation Center. fdncenter.org, Foundation Center. fdncenter.org, Global Shuelnet Foundation. fdncenter.org, Global Shuelnet Foundation. feedthechildren.org, 800-227-4556. feelgoodworld.org. feminist.org, Feminist Majority Foundation. fetzer.org, the awareness of the power of love and forgiveness in the emerging global community. ffl.org, Food for Life Global, the world's largest vegan/vegetarian food relief. fgconline.org, Foundation for Global Community. FH.org, Food for the Hungry. FHI.org, Family Health, Contraception. FieldMuseum.org, the Field Museum of Natural History. FIND-USA.org, the Fund for International Nonprofit Development, FIND. FirstVoiceInt.org, First Voice International. Floresta.org, Floresta USA, Inc. FOCAS-US.org, Foundation of Compassionate American Samaritans, FOCAS. FoodBankAnique.org, Food Bank for New York City. FoodForThePoor.org. FoodForThePoor.org, Food for the Poor, Inc. FFP. For Election Systems, EFES. FordFound.org. FordFound.org, Feminist Majority Foundation. FordFound.org, Feminist Majority Foundation. FordFound.org, Ford Foundation. ForeignRelations.org. ForumAsia.org, Asian Forum for Human Rights and Development. ForWorldsChildren.org, For the Children. ForWorldsChildren.org, For the Children. Foundation. Foundation.Reuters.com, Reuters Foundation. Foundation.Reuters.com, Reuters Foundation. FoundationForPeace.org, works hand in hand with people in need in developing countries. FPA.org, Foreign Policy Association, FPA. FPA.org, Foreign Policy. FRAC.org, Foundation for Russian/American Economic Cooperation. FrancoPihani.org, French Cooperation. FrankLLoydWright.org, Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. FrankLLoydWright.org, Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. Fraud.org, National Fraud Information Center/Internet Fraud Watch. Fraud.org, National Fraud Information Center/Internet Fraud Watch. Fraud.org/AAFT/AAFTinfo.htm, Alliance Against Fraud in Telemarketing and Electronic. Fraud.org/AAFT/AAFTinfo.htm, Alliance Against Fraud in Telemarketing and Electronic Commerce. FreedomFromHunger.org, FreeFromHunger.org. FreedomHouse.org. FreeDonation.com. FreeDonation.com, FreeDonation.com. FreeDonation.com/arts, support the arts. FreeDonation.com/edu, promote education. FreeDonation.com/envir, protect the. FreedHeChildren.org, 800-203-9091. FreedHeSlaves.net. FreeTibet.org, Free Tibet, fighting for the freedom of a country oppressed for decades. FreeToCharity.com. FriedmanFoundation.org, Milton and Rose D. Friedman Foundation. FriedmanFoundation.org, Milton and Rose D. Friedman Foundation. FriendshipForce.org. Friendsoftheamericas.org. Friends-partners.org. FriendsWHOJive.com. FSDinternational.org, Foundation for Sustainable Development. FSG-IMPACT.org, FSG Social Impact Advisor. FSVC.org, Financial Services Volunteer Corps, Inc. Fundraising-Megamall.com. FTC.gov, Federal Trade Commission, FTC. FTC.gov, Federal Trade Commission, FTC. FullLifeHawaii.org. Fundrover.com. Funen.org, Foundation for Understanding and Enhancement. Funerals.org, Funeral Consumers Alliance. Funerals.org, Funeral Consumers Alliance. G3inc.com, Goodwill, Virginia. GadCuba.org, Grupo de Apoyo a la Democracia, Inc. GatesFoundation.org, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. GatesFoundation.org/default.htm, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. GatesFoundation.org/default.htm, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Geminis.org, Operates Head Start Program Indiana. GetF.org, Global Environment and Technology Foundation. GFUSA.org, Grameen Foundation. USA, GFUSA. GHM.org, Global Health Ministries. GIGIK.org, donate your leftover books and take a tax write-off. GiftsInKind.org. GIK.org, Gift in Kind Clearinghouse. GirlHeadquarters.org, blog written for and by tween and teenage girls to foster positive discussion about what it is like to be a young woman today. GirlScouts.org. Give.org, Give.org, BBBY's Giving Alliance. Give.org, Give.org. GiveForChange.com. GiveHope.org, Hope International. GiveMeaning.com. GiveSpot.com, GiveSpot. GiveSpot.com, GiveSpot. GlaucomaFoundation.org, Glaucoma Foundation. GlaucomaFoundation.org, Glaucoma Foundation. GLEF.org, George Lucas Education Foundation. GLEF.org, George Lucas Education Foundation. GlobaAssistance.org. GlobalCrossroad.com, Volunteer Abroad Opportunities. Global.org, Global Education. GlobalExchange.org. GlobalFundForWomen.org, Global Fund for Women supporting women's human rights organizations around the world. GlobalGiving.com. GlobalHealthAction.org, Global Health Action, Inc. GlobalHealthCouncil.org, Worldwide Health Career Jobs, Monthly Job Vacancy Bulletin. GlobalHeath.org, Global Health Council. GlobalImpact.org. GlobalLinks.org. GlobalPeaceNow.com. GlobalVolunteers.org. GlobalWitness.org. GMFUS.org, the German Marshall Fund of the United States. gn.apc.org/efetter, Fellowship for Reconciliation. Goal.ie. GoToID.com, Global Operations and Development. GoodNewsMissions.org. Goodwill.org, Goodwill. Goodwill.org, Goodwill Industries International, Inc. Goodwill.org, Goodwill. GorillaFund.org, the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund International. Gospelcom.net/IA, International Aid. Grains.org, U.S. Feed Grains Council. GrassrootsInternational.org, advocating for social change. GreaterGood.com. GreatGifts.org, World Vision Alternative Gifts. Greenpeace.org. Greenzeal.org, environmental labeling on good consumer products. Xusa.org, 800 CISA for you, Girl Scouts. GuideStar.org. GuideStar.org, GuideStar, National Database of Nonprofits Organizations. GuideStar.org, GuideStar. Habitat.org, 800-422-4828, Habitat for Humanity. Habitat.org, Habitat for Humanity. Habitat.org, Habitat for Humanity. HaitianHealthFoundation.org. HalfTHesky.org, Half the Sky Foundation. HalfTHeskyMovement.org, a movement to emancipate women and fight global poverty by unlocking women's power as economic catalysts. HaloUSA.org, Halo Trust. HALT.org, HALT, an organization of Americans for legal reform. HALT.org, HALT, an organization of Americans for legal reform. HANDICAP-INTERNATIONAL.org. HashaITI.org, the Grant Foundation. HCZ.org, Harlem Children's Zone, NYC. Headaches.org, National Headache Foundation. Headaches.org, National Headache Foundation. Healthforhumanity.org, Health for Humanity. HealthWorldOutreach.org, a not-for-profit children's health education museum and learning center. HearstFDN.org, William Randolph Hearst Foundations. HearstFDN.org, William Randolph Hearst Foundations. heartandstroke.ca/page.asp ? Page ID =24, Heart and Stroke Foundation of Canada. heart2heart.org, Heart to Heart International, Inc. heifer.org, 800-422-0474, Feed the Poor. help.com. helpchildrenofindia.org.uk. helpingfoundation.org, support charitable, scientific, religious, literary, art and educational needs. helpinghandgroup.com, fundraising charity auctions. helpinghandmission.org, helps families, Raleigh, NC. helpinghandonline.org, for relief and development. helpinghandsaz.org, Helping Hands Housing Services, consider adopting a family in need. helpinghandsofamerica.org, Newton, Ma. helping-hands-wicklw.blogspot.com, St. Catherine's Helping Hands Appeal. helptheafghanchildren.org. helptheaged.ca. helptheorphans.org, Friends of the Orphans. helpercommunity.org, 877 Kids 313. hepfi.org, Hepatitis Foundation. hepfi.org, Hepatitis Foundation. herbs.org, Herb Research Foundation. herbs.org, Herb Research Foundation. herhouse.org. heritage.org. heritage.org, Heritage Foundation. heritage.org, Heritage Foundation. hermandad.org. hesperian.org, the Hesperian Foundation. hewlett.org/default.hdm, William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. hewlett.org/default.hdm, William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. hhi-aid.org, Healing Hands International, inkias.org, Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, helps Jewish refugees. hhi-aid.org, Healing Hands International. hias.org, Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society. highscope.org, educates children worldwide. himalayan-foundation.org, American Himalayan Foundation. hki.org, Helen Keller International, I Care. holtintemational.org, Holt International Children's Services, Inc. homeboy-industries.org. homeless-internal.org. hon.ch, Health on the Net Foundation. hon.ch, Health on the Net Foundation. hoover.stanford.edu, Hoover Institution on War. hope.org, Hope Worldwide, Ltd. hopehaven.org. hospicefoundation.org, Hospice Foundation. hospicefoundation.org, Hospice Foundation. hrlawgroup.org, Global Rights. hrw.org, Human Rights Watch. hrw.org, Human Rights Watch, Defending Human Rights Worldwide. htcne.org, Healing the Children Northeast, Inc. hud.gov/consumer/index.cfm, Housing and Urban Development, HUD. hud.gov/consumer/index.cfm, Housing and Urban Development, HUD. hudson.org, Hudson Institute. hullhouse.org, Chicago Helping Organization. human.com/inc. humane.mil.wi.us, Wisconsin Humane Society. Humanitarian Community. humanrightsfirst.org. hungersite.com. hvousa.org, Health Volunteers Overseas, INC-IADB.org, Inter-American Development Bank. IADB.org, Inter-American Development Bank. IATIA.org, Air Transport Association. ICAAHeadstart.com, Indian Head Community Action Agency. ICA-USA.org, Institute of Cultural Affairs. ICCWBO.org, International Chamber of Commerce. ICFJ.org, International Center for Journalists, Inc. ICF2.org, Free Trade Unions. ICG.org/ISPs, Policy Studies. ICRC.ch, ICRC.org, International Committee of the Red Cross. ICRW.org, International Center for Research on Women. ICS.si.edu, Woodrow Wilson International Center for Scholars. IDE.org, International Development Enterprises, helps Third World entrepreneurs. IDEA.int, International Idea. Idealist.org. Ideasworld.org, International Development and Educational Associates. IDE.org, Institute for Democracy in Eastern Europe. IDEORG.org, International Development Enterprises. IDEX.org, International Development Exchange. IEA.org, Energy Agency. IEFUSA.org, International Eye Foundation. IESC.org, International Executive Service Corps, helps develop business worldwide. IUS.org, East-West Studies. IFCCFBI.gov/index.asp, Internet Fraud Complaint Center, IFCC. IFCCFBI.gov/index.asp, Internet Fraud Complaint Center, IFC. IFES.org, International Foundation. IFESH.org, International Foundation. IFG.org, International Forum on Globalization is an alliance of 60 leading activists, scholars, economists, researchers, and writers formed to stimulate new thinking. IFHOPE.org, International Foundation for Hope. IFPRI.org, International Food Policy. IFRC.org, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. IGC.org/visions. iGive.com. IGT.org, Institute of Gas Technology. IHOUSA.org, International Health Organization. IIASA.ac.at, International Institute for. IIE.com, Institute of International Economics. IIE.org, Institute of International Education. IIEC.org, International Institute for Energy Conservation, EEC. IJM.org, International Justice Mission. ImaniHouse.org. IMARecreation.org, the Industrial Mutual Association, IMA, and the IMA Children's Recreation Fund. IMC-LA.com, International Medical Corps. IMD.ch, International Management and Development Institute. IMECAmerica.org, International Medical Equipment Collaborative of America. IMF.org, International Monetary Fund. Immigration. Immigrationforum.org. ImpactKids.org, Impact Teams International. ImpactOL.org/IOL/volunteer. ImpactOnline.org. ImpactOnline.org, getting involved in your community. Independent.org, Independent Institute. IndependentReader.com. IndepCC.org, Independent Sector. Indiegogo.com. Inmarsat.org, Maritime Satellite. Inmed.org, International Medical Services for Health. instituteforphilanthropy.org.uk/home.html, Institute for Philanthropy. instituteforphilanthropy.org.uk/home.html, Institute for Philanthropy. Insurancefraud.org, Coalition Against Insurance Fraud. Insurancefraud.org, Coalition Against Insurance Fraud. Intelsat.int, Telecom Satellite. Interaction.org. Interaction.org/mb/aai.html, African American Institute, African Development. Interaction.org/mb/icmi.html, International Catholic Migration Commission, helps refugees. Interaction.org/mb/ir.html, Rural Reconstruction. Interchurch.org, Interchurch Medical Assistance. Interexchange.org. Interlochen.org. Internationalaid.org, major Christian relief organization. internationalert.org. internationalcentre.cl. internationalservice.org.uk. internsforpeace.org. interpol-pr.com, International Criminal Police Organization. interscom.org, International Rescue Committee, helps refugees. intrescom.org, Rescue Committee. investinalife.org, Special Olympics. invisiblechildren.com, the movement to bring awareness of what is happening to the children in Africa. iocc.org, International Orthodox Christian Charities, Inc. ipacademy.inter.net, Peace Academy. ipas.org. ippf.org, International Planned Parenthood Federation. ips-dc.org, Institute for Policy Studies. ipu.org, Interparliamentary Union. ird-dc.org, International Relief and Development. ireachout.com. irmgt.com, Innovative Resources Management Inc. irteams.org, International Relief Teams. isaaa.org, mission is to contribute to poverty alleviation by increasing crop productivity and income generation. iscl.com, International Service Center. iscvt.org, Institute for Sustainable Communities. isd.org, Institute for Social and Economic Development. isignupnow.com. iso.ch, Standardization. iss.co.za, Institute for Security Studies. iss.edu, International Schools Services. isa.int, International Social Security Association. isa.org, Social Security. iss-usa.org, International Social Service, American Branch. itdp.org, the Institute for Transportation and Development Policy. itefweb.org, International Tuberculosis Foundation, Inc. ito.or.jp, Tropical Timber. itu.ch/ipb, Peace Bureau. iucn.org, the World Conservation Union. iugm.org, Gospel Missions. iwhc.org, International Women's Health Coalition. iwpr.net, Institute for War and Peace Reporting. iwpr.org, Institute for Women's Policy Research. iwpr.org, the Institute for Women's Policy Research. iyfnet.org, International Youth Foundation. JackieRobinson.org, Jackie Robinson Foundation. Jaina.org, Federation of Jain Associations in North America. JainTL.org, Junior Achievement International. JBJSoulFoundation.org, John Bon Jovi, Affordable Housing. JBS.org, John Birch Society. JDC.org, the American Jewish Joint. JDFAF.org, John Douglas French Alzheimer's Foundation. JDRF.org, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. JDRF.org, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. JesuitVolunteerCorps.org, Jesuit Volunteers International. JHC-CDCA.org, Jubilee House Community, Inc. JobLeads.org, 800-426-1342, Christian. Jobs.pj.org. JoiningHeartShands.org, serving educational needs of Kenyan orphans. JointCenter.org, Joint Center for Political and Economic Studies, Inc. jpf.go.jp/index_1.html, Japan Foundation. jpf.go.jp/index_1.html, Japan Foundation. Jumpstart.org, Jump $Tart Coalition for Personal Financial Literacy. Jumpstart.org, Jump $Tart Coalition for Personal Financial Literacy. JustGive.org. JustGive.org, JustGive.org. JustGive.org, JustGive.org. JustONEBreak.com, helps disabled people find work. JVM.com/Davis, Arthur Vining Davis Foundations. KArtemquin.com, Cartemkin Educational Films. Catalysis.org, Catalysis Partnership, Inc. Kaufman.org, Ewing Marion Kaufman Foundation. Kaufman.org, Ewing Marion Kaufman Foundation. Kettering.org, Kettering Foundation. Kettering.org, Kettering Foundation. Kettering.org, Kettering Foundation. KFF.org, Henry J. Kaiser Family Foundation. KFF.org, Henry J. Kaiser Family Foundation. KHRW.com, Kurdish Human Rights Watch, and KidsaRoundTheWorld.com. Kidney.org, National Kidney Foundation. Kidney.org, National Kidney Foundation. Kimsoft.com/kimpoel.hdm. Kiva.org. Kiwanis.org. Komen.org, Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. Komen.org, Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. lab.org.uk, Latin America Bureau. Laborrights.org. laf.org, Lance Armstrong Foundation. laf.org, Lance Armstrong Foundation. Landminesurvivors.org, Landmine Survivors Network, LSN. LaSalleNonprofitCenter.org, Nonprofit Center at LaSalle University, Philadelphia. LaSPOW.harvard.edu, Academic and Professional Programs for the Americas. Laubach.org, Laubach Literacy International. LearyFirefighters.org, Leary Firefighters Foundation. LearyFirefighters.org, Leary Firefighters Foundation. legal-aid.org. LegalMomentum.org. Leprosy.org, American Leprosy Missions. lexizon.law.uts.edu.au/John/IBA.html, International Bar Association. Lifeexperiences.org, nonprofit organization. LifeUSA.org, Life for Relief and Development. Lighthouse.org, helps the blind. Lionsclubs.org, Lions Clubs International. LIRS.org, Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service. Liverfoundation.org, American Liver Foundation. Liverfoundation.org, American Liver Foundation. Liversociety.org, American Liver Society. living-water.org, Living Water International. Localvoice.com. Lowcountrygives.com, North Carolina. lungusa.org, 800-586-4872, American Lung Association. Lupus.org, Lupus Foundation. Lupus.org, Lupus Foundation. LWR.org, Lutheran World Relief. Lyme.org, Lyme Disease Foundation. Lyme.org, Lyme Disease Foundation. M25M.org, Matthew 25 Ministries. MAASAI-HERITAGE.org, the Maasai Heritage Preservation Foundation, Inc. MacFound.org, MacArthur Foundation. MacFound.org, MacArthur Foundation. MagClearsMinds.org, Mine Action. Mainstreaming.org, helps disabled people find work. MakePovertyHistory.org, makes it easier for individuals to donate. MackeyTradeFair.com, run by Oxfam. ManhattanInstitute.org, Manhattan Institute for Policy Research. Manoamano.com, medical. MAP.org, helps develop countries. Marchofdimes.com, March of Dimes. Marchofdimes.com, March of Dimes. Markle.org, Markle Foundation. Markle.org, Markle Foundation. Maryknoll.org, Religious Missionaries. MaternalLifeIntl.com. MCC.org, Mennonite Central Committee. MCD.org, Medical Care Development. MDRC.org, Manpower Demonstration Research Corporation. Mealsonwheels.org. Médecins-du-Monde.org, Medical. Mediad.org, Media Education Foundation. Mediad.org, Media Education Foundation. Medizin.org, Medical. Mellon.org, Andrew W. Mellon Foundation. Mellon.org, Andrew W. Mellon Foundation. Melwood.org, helps disabled people. Mentalhealth.org.uk, Mental Health Foundation. Mentalhealth.org.uk, Mental Health Foundation. Mercycorps.org. Mercycorps.org, Agriculture, Health. Mercyships.org, Medical. Meridian.org. Merlin.org.uk. MessiahMissions.org. MFF.org, Milken Family Foundation. MFF.org, Milken Family Foundation. MichaelJFox.org. MichaelJFox.org, Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. MichaelJFox.org, Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. Midwife.org, American College of Ministryconnect.org. misslink.net/nair, donate your leftover books and take a tax write-off. misslink.net/nair. National Association for Exchange of Industrial Resources. MUSA.org, Mobility International. moatampa.com/operation_helping_hand.htm. modimes.org, March of Dimes. musintl.org, a service organization dedicated to bettering the lives of children and elderly in need. maradhanmoney.org, More Than Money. maradhanmoney.org, More Than Money. Movement. MoveOn.org. MoveOn.org, Move On, Democracy in Action. ms.foundation.org, Ms. Foundation. ms.foundation.org, MS Foundation. msdf.org, Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. msdf.org, Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. msf-usa.org, Motorcycle Safety Foundation. msf-usa.org, Motorcycle Safety Foundation. Muchlove.org. mucia.ohio-state.edu, Midwest University's Consortium for International Activities. musicforrelief.org. muskincharity.org. mwby.org, Mission Without Borders. nadi.org, National Association for the Advancement of Haitian Descendants. nacaa.net, National Association of Consumer Agency Administrators. nacaa.net, National Association of Consumer Agency Administrators. nacla.org, Latin America. nafsa.org, Association of International Educators. nassembly.org. nasuca.org, National Association of State Utility Consumer Advocates. nasuca.org, National Association of State Utility Consumer Advocates. National Association of Evangelicals. national.unitedway.org, United Way of America. national.unitedway.org, United Way of America. nationalgeographic.com. nato.int, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. nature.org, The Nature Conservancy. northbyestar.org, Economic Research. NCC Bulletin scc.org/mrs, Catholic Migration and Refugee Services. nccusa.org/cws/mainone.html, Church World Service. ncfp.org, National Center for Family Philanthropy. ncfp.org, National Center for Family Philanthropy. ncih.org, International Health. nclnet.org, National Consumers League. nclnet.org, National Consumers League. ncmi.org, Nazarene Compassionate Ministries. ncoa.org, 800-424-9046, National Council on the Aging. NCOA.org, National Council on the Aging, NCO. NCOA.org/index.cfm?b type =NS6, National Council on the Aging, NCOA. NCRC.org, National Community Reinvestment Coalition, NCRC. NCRC.org, National Community Reinvestment Coalition, NCRC. NCRP.org, National Committee for Responsive Philanthropy. NCRP.org, National Committee for Responsive Philanthropy. NCRW.org, National Council for Research on Women. NCUSCR.org, U.S. China Relations. NDI.org, Democratic Institute, International Affairs. Nearist.org, Near East Foundation. NED.org, Endowment for Democracy. NEED. NEDAID.org. NEDAID.org, NETAID, a network of people and organizations committed to ending extreme poverty. NEDAID.org, Poverty. Netcentives.com. NetProgress.org, Progressive Challenge. NetworkForGood.org. NetworkForGood.org, Internet companies and non-profit organizations. NetworkForGood.org, Network for Good. NetworkForGood.org, Network for Good. NewHopeForLiving.com. NewKnowledgeLibrary.org, the publishing imprint of the Society for the Greater Community Way of Knowledge, a 501c non-profit organization dedicated to teaching greater community spirituality. NewMoon.com, a magazine and media organization that helps girls reach their full potential. NewSociety.com, echo New Age type books. NewWorldVillages.org, aid to Central and North American areas. NewYorkCares.org. NextWaveWorld.com. NFB.org, National Federation of the Blind. NFCC.org, National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFCC. NFCC.org, National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFCC. N-H-I.org. NMSS.org, 800-344-4867, Multiple Sclerosis. Nobelprize.org, Nobel Prize Foundation. Nobelprize.org, Nobel Prize Foundation. NOF.org, National Osteoporosis Foundation. NOF.org, National Osteoporosis Foundation. Nonprofitjobs.org. Nonprofitjobscoop.org. Nonviolence.org. nps.gov/wic, preserves caves. npsmall.com. nptrust.org, National Philanthropy Trust. nptrust.org, National Philanthropy Trust. nrc.no, Norwegian Refugee Council. nrdc.org, Natural Resources Defense Council. nrdc.org, Natural Resources Defense Council. nsf.gov, National Science Foundation. nsf.gov, National Science Foundation. Nurse Midwives, IPM. Newseye.org. nw.org, NeighborWorks Network. nwf.org, National Wildlife Federation. nwf.org, National Wildlife Federation. nwf.org, National Wildlife Federation. nwmedicalteams.org, Northwest Medical Teams. nwtf.org, the National Wild Turkey Federation. NewYorkCCAH.org, New York City Coalition Against Hunger. NewYorkCLU.org, New York Civil Liberties Union. NewYorkCService.org/organizations. NYWF.org, New York Women's Foundation, NYWF. OAS.org, Organization of American States. Oceans.care2.com, Race for the Oceans. OST.org, Economic Cooperation and Development. OCFoundation.org, Obsessive Compulsive Foundation. OCFoundation.org, Obsessive Compulsive Foundation. ODC.org, Overseas Development. ODI.org.uk, Overseas Development Institute. OECD.org, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. OICInternational.org, Opportunities Industrialization Centers, creates vocational schools. OLYMPIC-USA.org, United States Olympic Committee, USOC. OneCountry.org, the Ba International Community is an international non-governmental organization which encompasses and represents the worldwide membership of the Ba faith. OneEarth.org. ONE-ECONOMY.com. OneWorld.org. OneWorld.net, Human Rights. OneWorldHealth.org, non-profit pharmaceutical company developing new medicines for people afflicted with infectious diseases in the developing world. OnPhilanthropy.com, OnPhilanthropy. OnPhilanthropy.com, OnPhilanthropy. OperationBlessing.org. OperationHelpChildren.org, Operation Help the Children. OperationsMile.org. Opportunity.org. Opportunity.org, Jobs for the Poor in Third World Countries. OPISA.org, Operation USA, Disaster Relief. Orbis.org. OrionSociety.org. Orphanage.org. OSCE-Prague.cz, Security and Cooperation in Europe. Oxfam.org. Oxfam.org, Oxfam, one of the major charities helping poor people around the world, in many positive ways. OxfamAmerica.org, 877 Oxfam, helps the poor in several ways. OxfamAmerica.org, Oxfam America. P4P.org, Pedals for Progress, collects old bikes from first world nations, repairs them, then distributes them in developing countries in various cost-saving ways. Packard.org, David and Lucille Packard Foundation. Packard.org, David and Lucille Packard Foundation. PactPub.com, some books. PactWorld.org, private agencies collaborating together, helps the poor. PAO.org, Pan American Health Organization. PainFoundation.org, American Pain Foundation. PainFoundation.org, American Pain Foundation. PalladiaInc.org. Panda.org, Worldwide Fund for Nature. Parkinson.org, National Parkinson Disease Foundation. Parkinson.org, National Parkinson Foundation, Inc. Parkinson.org/site/pp.asp?9DJFJLPWB&B=71117, National Parkinson Disease Foundation. Partners.net, Latin America. Partners.net, Partners of the Americas. Partnersglobal.org, Partners for Democratic Change. Passport.care2.net. Path.org, Program for Appropriate Technology in Health. Pathfind.org. Pathfinder.org, Contraception Worldwide. PDF.org, Parkinson's Disease Foundation, Inc. PDF.org, Parkinson's Disease Foundation, Inc. PEACE-ACTION.org, Peace Action, Practical, Positive Alternatives for Peace. Peacebrigades.org. peacecorps.gov. PEARL-S-BUCK.org, Pearl S. Buck International, Inc. PEXI.org, PEXI.net, Pacific Economic Cooperation Council. PedAIDS.org, Elizabeth Glaser Pediatric AIDS Foundation. PeregrineFund.org. Persecution.com, The Voice of the Martyrs. Pets.care2.com, Race for Pets in Need. PetsForTheEnvironment.org. PewGlobalWarming.org. PFD.org, Partners for Development. PGAFoundations.com/default.aspx, Paul G. Allen Family Foundation. PGAFoundations.com/default.aspx, Paul G. Allen Family Foundation. Philanthropy.iupui.edu, Center on Philanthropy at Indiana University. Philanthropy.iupui.edu, Center on Philanthropy at Indiana University. Philanthropy.org, Center for the Study of Philanthropy. Philanthropy.org, Center for the Study of Philanthropy. PhilanthropyRoundtable.org, Philanthropy Roundtable. PhilanthropyRoundtable.org, Philanthropy Roundtable. phrusa.org, Physicians for Human Rights. pyrg.org/jobs. plan-internation.org. PlannedParenthood.org. PlantingPeace.org. Planisa.org, Child Reach/Plan USA. Plenty.org. PopCouncil.org, Population Council. PopulationAction.org, Family Planning. PopulationInstitute.org. PovertyFighters.com. PovertyUSA.org. PPAction.org, Planned Parenthood. PRB.org, Population Reference Bureau. PRCH.org, Physicians for Reproductive Choice and Health. PrecisionPhilanthropy.org, Precision Philanthropy. PrecisionPhilanthropy.org, Precision Philanthropy. Primates.care2.com, Race for the Primates. Prio.no, International Peace Research Institute. ProjectBread.org, Feeds the Poor. ProjectConcern.org. ProjectCure.org, Benevolent Healthcare Foundation. ProjectHope.org, Project Hope Advances in Healthcare. ProjectResilience.com. ProjHope.org, Project Hope, Medical Help. ProLiteracy.org. PSFDC.org, Phelps-Stokes Fund. PSI.org, Population Services International. PSIWASH.org, Population Services International, Family Planning, STDs. Psoriasis.org/Homecomma National Psoriasis Foundation. Psoriasis.org/Homecomma National Psoriasis Foundation. PSSDO.org, Phelps-Stokes Fund, helps the poor worldwide be educated. Publiclease.org. Publicspyrit.com. Questbridge.org. Rainforest.care2.com, Race for the Rainforest. Rainforestalliance.org. RAINFOREST-ALLIANCE.org. RAND.org, a non-profit institution that helps improve policy and decision-making. RAND.org, RAND Corporation. Randy.org, James Randi Educational Foundation. Randy.org, James Randi Educational Foundation. RARICenter.org, Rare Center for Tropical Conservation. RAW.org, Afghanistan. RBF.org, Rockefeller Brothers Fund. RDisland.org, Rural Development Institute, RD. Reading.org, International Reading Association. ReaganFoundation.org, Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation. ReaganFoundation.org, Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation. RedCross.org. RedCross.org, American Red Cross. redcross.org/services/disaster/keepsa-fe/readyfire.html American Red Cross, ARC. redcross.org/services/disaster/keepsa-fe/readyfire.html, American Red Cross. Redress.org, helps torture victims get reparations. refintl.org, Refugees International. refugeecouncil.org.uk. refugeenet.org, RefugeeNet, a resource of information on integration of refugees. refugiesinternational.org. reliefinteractive.org. reliefweb.int. reliefweb.int, information needs of the religionsforpeace.org, World Conference of Religions for Peace. reproductiveRIGHTS.org, reprorights.org. resiliency.com, 800-440-5171. results.org, Results Educational Fund. Revolution and Peace. rfurl.org, Radio Free Europe. rff.org, Results Educational Fund, RFF. rfk.memorial.org, Kennedy Center for Human Rights. RI.org, Relief International. RiverbendCMHC.org, offers mental health services Concord, NH. RMHC.com, Ronald McDonald House. RMHC.com, Ronald McDonald House. Robinhood.org. RockFound.org, the Rockefeller Foundation. rockfound.org/display.asp context =1 collection $1 preview $0 AR current $1, Rockefeller. rockfound.org/display.asp context $1 collection $1 preview $0 AR current $1, Rockefeller Foundation. RodeInstitute.org. roomtoriad.org. Rotary.org, service organization. Rotary.org/foundation, Rotary International. Rotary.org/foundation, Rotary International. Rotary.org/foundation, Verizon Foundation. RTI.org, Research Triangle Institute. rwjf.org/index.jsp, Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. rwjf.org/index.jsp, Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. rxschuster.org, Schuster Project Tobacco Industry Fraud and False Claims. safehorizon.org. salvationarmy.org. salvationarmy.org, Salvation Army, International. salvationarmy.org, Salvation Army, International. salvationarmy.org.uk/en/home.htm, Salvation Army, UK. salvationarmy.org.uk/en/home.htm, Salvation Army, UK. salvationarmyusa.org, Salvation Army, USA. salvationarmyusa.org, Salvation Army, USA. Samaritans.org, Samaritans, a respected charity helping people feeling distressed or in despair. SamaritansInternational.org. SamaritansPurse.org. SamaritansPurse.org/wmm.asp, World Medical Mission. SATruck.org, Salvation Army Truck. SaveDarfur.org. Saviani.net, Water for Africa. SaveTheChildren.net. SaveTheChildren.org. SaveTheChildren.org, 800-728-3843. SaveTheChildren.org, Save the Children. SaveTheChildren.org.au. SaveTheChildren.org.uk. SCI-IVS.org, Psi International Voluntary Service. Scleroderma.org, Scleroderma Foundation. Scleroderma.org, Scleroderma Foundation. Scouting.org. SearchInstitute.org. SearchToHelp.com. Seednet.org. SELF-HELPINTERNATIONAL.org. Serve.com/PCI, Project Concern, Medical Help. SFCG.org, Search for Common Ground, SFCG. SharedHope.org. SHHH.org, Self-Help for Hard of Hearing People. SHHH.org, Self-Help for Hard of Hearing People. ShoesForOrphanSouls.org, 877-7 SHOP4CHANGE.com. SHOP4CHARITY.com. SHopForSchool.com. ShopGoodwill.com. SI.edu, Smithsonian Institution. SI.edu/OFG, Smithsonian Institution Office of Fellowships and Grant Opportunities. SIEMENS-FOUNDATION.org, Siemens Foundation. SIEMENS-FOUNDATION.org, Siemens Foundation. SierraClub.org, Ecology. Siparai.se, Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. SISTER-CITIES.org. sister-cities.org, exchanges between cities. skincancer.org, Skin Cancer Foundation. skincancer.org, Skin Cancer Foundation. sleepfoundation.org, National Sleep Foundation. sleepfoundation.org, National Sleep Foundation. sleepfoundation.org, Sleep Foundation. sloan.org, Alfred P. Sloan Foundation. sloan.org, Alfred P. Sloan Foundation. snvworld.org, SNV Netherlands Development. socap.org, Society of Consumer Affairs Professionals in Business, SOCAP. socap.org, Society of Consumer Affairs Professionals in Business, SOCAP. socialistworker.org. socialservice.com. socialworkdegree.org/social-work-jobs-online. socialworkers.org, National Association of Social Workers. solidarites.org. solvepoverty.com. saurus.org, Open Society Foundations. saurus.org, Open Society Institute. rockfound.org, Rockefeller Foundation. saurus.org, Soros Foundation Network. soygrowers.com, American Soybean Association. sbamcon.org, Spamcon Foundation. sbamcon.org, Spamcon Foundation. specialolympics.org. spencer.org, Spencer Foundation. spencer.org, Spencer Foundation to investigate ways in which education can be improved around the world. spencer.org, Spencer Foundation. srcharities.org, Catholic Charities. sri.com. ssilink.org, Sustainable Sciences Institute. ssrc.org, Social Science Research. ssu.missouri.edu/MIAC, Mid-America International Agricultural Consortium. stanleyfoundation.org, Stanley Foundation. stanleyfoundation.org, Stanley Foundation. stimson.org, Stimson Center, focuses international security issues. sdjude.org. strength.org. strength.org, anti-hunger organization. Students in Economics and Business Management, AESAC. suches.com/helpinghand, Helping Hand Disaster Services Inc., concerned citizens in the Georgia mountains helping victims of disasters, located in Dahlonega, Georgia. sungravity.com, improve the quality of life of the poor. Safrida.org, Safrida Foundation. Safrida.org, Safrida Foundation. survival-international.org, Tribal People. Sustainablebusiness.com. tacomagoodwill.org, Vocational Rehabilitation. taketoauction.com. tdh.ch, Terre des Hommes. tearfund.org, Religious. technosurvey.org. teenvoices.com. templeton.org, John Templeton Foundation. templeton.org, John Templeton Foundation. Tarian.org, The Energy and Resources Institute. The Handicapped. The United States. The AnimalRescueSite.com. TheChildrenOfWar.org, The Children of War, CHCOW. TheCommonwealth.org/secret, Commonwealth Secretariat. TheDataBank.com. TheGivingNetwork.com. TheHappyHome.com, India Orphanage. TheHungerSite.com. TheHungerSite.com, The Hunger Site. ThereSea.org, International Rescue Committee. ThenHF.com, National Health Federation. TheRainforestSite.com. ThereIsNomeWithoutYou.com. TheTaskForce.org, National Gay and Lesbian Task Force. THIRST-AID.org, a not-for-profit program dedicated to helping the world's poor. THIRST-AID.org, helping the world's poor solve their water problems. ThisGraciousWork.com, This Gracious Work Christian. THP.org, The Hunger Project. Through Research and Analysis. TNC.org, Nature Conservancy. TolstoyFoundation.org, helps refugees, the elderly and the sick. tomco.net/ed/Africa/ERC.hdm, African Economic Research. TPI.org, Philanthropy Initiative. TPI.org, Philanthropy Initiative. Transparency.org. TreesForLife.org. TreesFTF.org, Trees for the Future. TrickleUp.org. TurnerFoundation.org, Turner Foundation. TurnerFoundation.org, Turner Foundation. TWNAfrica.org, Third World Network, Africa Research Institute. UIDP.com, Public Transport. UN.or.at/UNCITRAL, Commission on International Trade Law. UNAUSA.org, United Nations Association of the Unchildren.org, United Children's Fund. UNDP.org, United Nations Development Programme. UNDP.org/UN/Habitat, UNCenter for Human Settlements. UNCE.org, UN Economic Commission for Europe. UNEP.org, UN Environmental Programme. UNESCO.org, UN Education, Science and Culture. UNFCCC.int, United Nations Framework Climate Change Conventi UN. UNFoundation.org, United Nations Foundation. UNFoundation.org, United Nations Foundation. UNFPA.org, UN Population Fund. UNFPA.org, United Nations Fund for Population Activities. UNHCR.org/CGI-bin/Texas/VTX, Office of the UN High Commissioner for Refugees. UniCC.org/unce/trade/faisal/CCCSDR.hdm, World Customs. UNICEF.org, UNICEF. UNICEF.org, UNICEF. UNICEF.org, UNICEFUSA.org, 800 for Kids, UN Children's Emergency Fund. UNIDO.org, UN Industrial Development Organization. UNIDO.org, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. UNIFEM.org, UNIFEM, the Women's Fund at the United Nations. It provides financial and technical assistance to innovative programs and strategies to foster women's empowerment. UNI-KIEL.DE/IFW/HOMENG.HDM, Kiel Institute for World Economics. United States of America. UnitedWay.org. UnitedWayDenver.org. UnitedWayNEEC.org. UNRISD.org, UN Research Institute for Social Development. Unshackled.org, Shelter in Chicago, Christian. UNISA.org, UN Association. Urban.org, Urban Institute, Economic and Social Policy Research Organization. Urban.org, Urban Institute, Health Policy, Family Planning. Urbanspectrum.net. UrgentActionFund.org. USAID.gov, Agency for International Development. USAKids.org, 888-544 Kids, links to 500 kids groups. USChina.org, the US-China Business Council. USBIRG.org, US Public Interest Research Group, USPIRG. USBIRG.org, US Public Interest Research Group, USPIRG. UUC.org, Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. UEX.edu, Learning Institute for Nonprofits. Values.com. VanguardCharitable.org, Vanguard Charitable Endowment Program. VanguardCharitable.org, Vanguard Charitable Endowment Program. ValorCMC.org, Valor Christian Medical. VeteransForPeace.org, Veterans for Peace, veterans working together for peace and justice through nonviolence. VFP.org, Volunteers for Peace. ViaPrograms.org, Volunteers for Asia. VitaUSA.org, Volunteers for Inter-American Development Assistance, VITA. VillageBanking.org, Foundation for International Community Assistance, Inc. VisionsinAction.org. Vita.org, Volunteers in Technical Assistance. VITALIMPACT-UCDC.org, Community Development Corporation is a Texas nonprofit 501(c)(3) corporation. VITANA.org. VMMUSA.org, Volunteer Missionary. VNAH-HEV.org, Vietnam Assistance for Volunteering. Nepal.org. VolunteerMinisters.org, Scientology Volunteer Ministers. VolunteersOfAmerica.org. VQ.com, Vision Quest, helps troubled kids. VVAF.org/landmine.hdm, campaign to ban landmines. VVMF.org, Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. WACAP.org, World Association for Children and Parents. Waitaro.dti.dk, Industrial and Technical Research Organizations. Warchild.com, Warchild, a network of independent organizations working across the world to help children affected by war. Warchild.nl, Warchild Netherlands. WarholFoundation.org, Andy Warhol Foundation for the Visual Arts. WarholFoundation.org, Andy Warhol Foundation for the Visual Arts. WRNPoverty.org. WaterAidAmerica.org. WaterForPeople.org. WaterfrontAlliance.org, Metropolitan Waterfront Alliance, NYC. WaterMissions.org, Water Missions International. WavesForWater.org. waw.be/SID, Society for International Development. web.net/ICAE, Council for Adult Education. WebCharity.com. WebStoreAmerica.com. WEC.org, World Environment Center. WeForum.org, World Economic Forum. Wiesenthal.com, Wiesenthal.org, Hate Groups Watch. WER-UK.org, World Emergency Relief, Giving Children a Living Chance. WFFoundation.org, Wildland Firefighter Foundation, helps families of firefighters killed in the line of duty and to assist injured firefighters and their families. WFP.org, World Food Program. WFPG.org, Women's Foreign Policy Group. WHAnnenberg.org, Annenberg Foundation. WHAnnenberg.org, Annenberg Foundation. WheelchairFoundation.org. WheelchairFoundation.org, Wheelchair Foundation. Whitaker.org/index.html, Whitaker Foundation. Whitaker.org/index.html, Whitaker Foundation. WHO.ch, World Health Organization. WHO.in/n, World Health Organization. WhoCares.org, Youth Organizations. WhoCares.org/resources. WID.org, World Institute on Disability, WID. Wild.org, The Wild Foundation. WildaID.org. Wilder.org, Human Services, Minnesota. Winrock.org, Winrock International Institute for Agricultural Development. Wish.org, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Wish.org, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Wish.org, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Witness.org, Witness, using video and technology to fight for human rights. WKKF.org, W.K. Kellogg Foundation. WKKF.org, W.K. Kellogg Foundation. WKKF.org, W.K. Kellogg Foundation. WN.org, World Neighbors, helps developing countries. WOCCU.org, World Council of Credit Unions. Wolfpark.org, helps Wolves Indiana. WomenForWomen.org, provides female survivors of war, civil strife, and other conflicts with the tools and resources to move from crisis. WorkingForChange.com. WorldBank.org. WorldBank.org, World Bank comprises 5 organizations: the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IBORD, the International Development Association, IDA, the International Finance Corporation, IFC, the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, MIGA, and the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, ICSID. WorldConcern.org, Disaster Help. World.org, World Education. WorldEmergency.org, World Emergency Relief. WorldFoodDayUSA.org. WorldForce.us. WorldHealthImaging.org, low-cost X-ray imaging technologies to the developing world. WorldHelp.net. WorldHope.net. WorldJewishCongress.org, World Jewish Congress. WorldLakes.org. WorldLearning.org, educational exchange programs. WorldMedicalFund.org, children. WorldMedicalRelief.com. WorldMedicalRelief.org. WorldPolicy.org. WorldRehabFund.org, World Rehabilitation Fund, Inc. WorldRelief.org. WorldsHair.org. WorldTeamNow.org. WORLDevillages.org, the charity programs of the Sisters of Mary in the Philippines. WorldVision.org, 888-511-6598. WorldVision.org, World Vision Children and Families. WorldWatch.org. WorldWideKids.faithweb.com, Worldwide Kids Emergency Needs. WorldWildlife.org, World Wildlife Fund, Inc. WR.org, World Relief Corporation of. WRI.org, World Resources Institute, helps develop countries. WTGrantFoundation.org, William T. Grant Foundation. WTGrantFoundation.org, William T. Grant Foundation. WTO.org, the World Trade Organization. WVI.org, World Vision, Christian Humanitarian. heartandstroke.ca/page.asp ?page ID =24, Heart and Stroke Foundation of Canada. WWF.org, World Wildlife Fund. YMCA.net. YMCA.org. UCaring.com. YoungPeopleFR.com, National Leadership Development Program for Progressive Young People. YVPCenter.org. YWCA.org. ZoaWeb.org, Zoa Refugee Care Religious Group. ZPG.org, Zero Population Growth.